Welcome to my channel and to today's video. I'm super happy to be here. It's been a long time since I've made a video for everyone. I was doing the daily downloads. If you've watched any of those, I have a separate playlist for that. And we did 90 videos in 90 days. And so it was a lot of fun, but I'm also glad to be back here putting a video out for YouTube. And really the inspiration for today's video came from a conversation this weekend. I was out and somebody was talking about grounding and being grounded. So we're going to talk a little bit about clearing energy, becoming centered and grounded in your body, and how to do that, because it's all about embodiment, right? Clearing out what's not you and bringing in what is you. That's what we do here. So let's start by taking a deep breath together. And then another really good deep breath. And feel your presence. On the exhale, just feel. When you're feeling, you're not thinking, and that's the magic that I like to talk about a lot, is feeling your breath and feeling your presence, because when you're feeling, you're not thinking. And so that is one way to become instantly grounded. You feel your body, you feel your breath, you feel your presence. And so anyway, we'll start with the conversation where somebody was talking about grounding mats and how they can help you be more grounded, and how being grounded in your body really affects your physical health. And of course, that is for sure. One of the biggest things that affects everyone's health on the planet is not being fully in their body. You could say that is the reason that our health declines, because if you were fully integrated as your true essence, your true clear, pure energy was fully merged through the body without the emotional constructs, the identities, emotional constructs, without being perceptionally split off in the past, in the future, other places, your light would sustain your body from the inside out, your heart would be wide open, and you would have optimal health and well-being 24/7. So the physical health is completely related to you being grounded into your body. So, of course, you can use all these tools like all the external tools. And so my response to the grounding mats was, yeah, you can use that. I mean, probably 10 years ago, I spent hundreds of dollars on these earthing mats, grounding mats. I spent thousands of dollars on external tools, grounding mats. I had everything. Oils, Bach remedies, crystals galore, healing things, bowls, tuning forks, binaural beats, things to help, my brain rewire. I did a lot of energy sessions. I did a lot of different one-on-one sessions with people. You name it, all different diets, every kind of diet and exercise thing for my whole life, really, and on and on and on. So there's just really endless external tools that you can use, and they're all appropriate. So many moons ago, I bought grounding mats, and I had them under my bed sheets, in my shoes, under my workstation. Did it help? I don't know. It might have. I continued to go beyond and beyond and beyond all the external tools because they seemed to help maybe a little bit. I don't know if they actually did anything as much as it was my awareness of such things, my awareness of being grounded, my awareness of sound healing, of frequencies, of tones, my awareness of energy work, things like that. And over the years, more and more and more, I started to realize that I don't need any external tools. that truly everything I need is right here. This body contains everything. Your essence, your wisdom, your mind, and your body really contains everything you need. And it's not to deny any of the tools along the way, whether it's meditation, whether it's toning, and that is actually using your body, whether it's, any kind of these fun things that we use to remember that there's more beyond the physical, that everything is energetic, that everything goes beyond the physical into energy, frequencies, tones, multidimensionality. And so the answer that I had for the grounding was, yeah, you can do that, but ultimately you don't need to spend any money, because you being grounded in your body is absolutely 100% available to you 24/7. So being grounded and centered, again, has to do with being in your body, feeling your breath, feeling your presence. And I have taught yoga for over 10 years, kind of part-time, and practiced it for over 20. The whole practice of yoga, I find once, I'm always coming back to it, that it is so beautiful because it keeps you grounded in your breath and your body, and you're opening up, you're making more room, you're connecting to the fascia, the muscles, the everything, energy, all the meridians, the chakras, you name it. It kind of addresses everything when you have a good yoga system or practice that you engage in. So one of the best things you can do to be grounded all the time is feeling your body. So I'm in the process right now of making some more movement videos for my channel. So if that interests you, make sure that you subscribe if you're not. But feeling your feet, as you move throughout your day, feeling the weight of your feet, feeling from the tips of your toes to the top of your head. It's so simple, but so overlooked. So you can go out and you can buy things, you can go put your feet on the earth, you can go out into nature. These things are available, but they're all reminding you to feel your body from head to toe. As you feel your body from head to toe, you are connecting your essence through your body. So really what your body needs for optimal health is you merged in, integrated, and connected throughout it. And also then for you not to leave. And how do most people leave their bodies? Well, start thinking. But really, when you start thinking about tomorrow or yesterday, unless you're really consciously aware and you're choosing to think, and I do share about this a lot, that, most of the work I do, we talk about breath, presence. We go into breath and presence. I offer breath sessions where we actually just go in and access the root cause, the memory, you can call it, the subconscious, the multidimensional. It might be from this life. You might have, it's all linked to everything, all space and time, technically. So as we do that, we're in breath and presence, but it does always require, as we're in this physical world, us to bring things through the mind. So there are times where we sit down and consciously choose to contemplate a certain thing in our life. Not like you're out driving around or you're out doing this and you're just, the mind's running about it, but you say, I'm going to give this some attention. And then we stay conscious of our breath and our presence. As maybe we journal, we might write some things down. We might, okay, self, the rest of myself, my creator self, show me what's going on with this. What is this really about? And as we go through our day and we stay aware of our awareness, aware of our breath, aware of our presence, feeling our breath, our presence, and our body, then we are grounded in the body. So You don't need you don't need to spend any money. You don't need to buy anything fancy. And it's just funny because every single thing that I thought I needed to do, to spend money on, buy courses on this or that or the other thing, it turns out everything is within. I'll even go as far to say, as having been someone who at one point, really my teens, 20s, 30s, was obsessed with health, nutrition, exercise. I've done every nutrition program, every exercise program I think out there. And then also with, using all different tools to open the body up, the joints, the fascia, the muscles, the stretching, the strengthening. It turns out that now that stuff does help, and you do want to move your body, and it helps you to stay connected to your body. It helps you stay aware of yourself in the present moment because you are feeling. So that's all beautiful. And also at the end of the day, when we have certain pains or things going on in our bodies, sometimes though, the only way to really get to the root cause, to, we'll say, permanently change, to, dissolve the energy underneath what is causing the discomfort, is not, again, the physical movement, but it is going to that origination point in our consciousness. I mean, we're all multidimensional beings. Anytime somebody has a memory of childhood, that's a different time space, right? So it's multidimensional. That's what I'm speaking of. And so when we access those things, that's where we actually allow the energy, the emotions, the beliefs, that whole construct that's keeping it, causing challenges in our day-to-day life. That's where we access that and we resolve it for good. So we use these external tools, like I'm going to call the body the external tool that I use now all the time. We use it to keep the energy moving, to keep opening, to as we're continuously resolving, dissolving, letting go of old emotional blocks, old energies. They're constantly leaving if you're awake and you're watching my channel. And then we're bringing in more of ourselves. So if we are off, I will say in the past, in this memory, oftentimes it's childhood, infancy, and then we access that and we breathe and we allow everything to return, integrate. We get clear body, mind, and essence. We get 100% aligned and clear as to what is true, rather than all these misunderstandings of survival, of fear, of societal conditioning, of whatever our parents taught us, of what somebody told you when you were little, you're bad for this, or shame on you for that, or, the world is harsh, or whatever it might have been. We come to terms with it. Body, mind, aura, spirit, every level, every dimension. And then we reclaim that soul fragment. We open up our bodies and we bring in more now of our pure source consciousness, for that's where we are here with this new energy, new earth, and constantly expanding. But the tool, the real tool to stay in this state of expansion with ease, with grace, is our own body. So using the weight of the body, using the movement of the body. And it's that being in presence and feeling, not just sitting in meditation. Of course, if you like to sit in meditation, like I love to just sit and feel my presence, my beingness, I could probably do that for, I've wasted days. But if you enjoy that, when you're in that state of thoughtlessness, of complete timelessness, where nothing else exists, all of the energies are able to move, align, realign for you. So there is tremendous magic that happens when we are in pure presence. Now, taking that into movement through our body, through our breath, is where our whole life becomes completely connected. So we're connected through breath, through body, through movement. We're aware of our awareness. We're fully conscious of what we're saying, what we're doing in each and every moment. We're feeling what we're experiencing. Our senses are alive. And this is actually where 24/7. Now, I can't say that I'm always in this state 24/7. When life gets busy, I got to run here, run there, do this or that. There's times where you become more, I'll say, mental, where you got to think you're driving here, you got to make an appointment and somebody's talking to you in the passenger seat or whatever. So there's times that kind of becomes a little more constricted, right? And then our mental focus has to come like this. That's why it's so important to take a breath as many times a day as you can remember and open back up and feel your presence. Every time you feel your presence, you become disengaged from the mass consciousness, the pull and the push of all the mass consciousness energies. Your presence opens back up, your energy opens back up, and the energy within, again, body, mind, aura, throughout all levels, all dimensions, it can start to open, expand, and realign for you. Now it's unfurling, it's unfolding, it's moving this way, it's moving that way. It's allowing what is meant to come into your life to come into your life without force, without effort, without control, without needing to oversee it, so to speak. And so coming into the body and using the body as our only really tool needed is the way to go. It ultimately is the way you will go more and more and more. It's a natural progression. So for myself, it's like I had all these tools and all these external things that I used, and great. I mean, it's fun, it's exciting to realize for me when I woke up, wow, there's so much more. There's all these cool things. So that's part of the beauty and the joy in the journey, right? But one by one, it's like these things fall away, and everything you need is right here. And it's like, well, unless you really enjoy doing something, just for the fun of it, for the pure enjoyment of it, you naturally begin to just connect with your body, your breath, your presence, and you realize that's all I need. And a little bit of water, of course, from time to time. Little water, little food, whatever. But so that is the key to grounding. That's the key to clearing. That's the key to centering. It's all right here, right now. So within you, everything you need to feel clear, to feel connected, to feel grounded, to feel centered, it is all within you right here, right now, in this breath. And it's always now. It's not tomorrow. It's not something I'm going to work on that tomorrow. There's nothing to work on. It is right here, right now. So if you are in this way of being, automatically all the old energy blocks are going to clear. They're going to move out. If you can stay in your breath and your presence, and I have played with this a lot over the years, without getting into the thoughts and the stories, if you can actually just say, I'm just going to do that and see how that goes, you will find the energies, the old emotions coming up and out without having to get in any stories, any analysis, any why did this happen, that stuff is going to purge out so fast. And more of you is going to pour in as fast as your body can handle. So the body is the slowest thing, this dense this dense matter form that we have, and it just takes some time to catch up. So the energetics happen really for you. Now the problem I've found, and with most people that I seem to encounter, is that it's too easy for their mind. The mind wants some kind of thing to chew on. It wants some process to do, some step 1, step 2, step 3, some, okay, well, if I don't know, go do this ceremony and say these certain words or follow this person's program exactly, or, whatever, then I feel like I'm doing something. And it really boils down to a lack of knowing who you are, what you are as creator, as a facet of all that is, a lack of trust, a lack of true embodied trust in that you are the everything. Like, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, I had my whole house gridded with crystals, Okay, awesome, fun. I loved it. I loved learning about them, playing with them. I had books. I had hundreds of different kinds, colors, shapes. They all did different things energetically, until I started really connecting more and more with myself and bringing in more and more of my crystalline frequencies. And we all are the, a facet, you could say, of the Christ consciousness, for Yeshua was a composite of all of us. So we all contain all of the crystalline energies. You can access any energy that you can buy in a crystal, for example. I'll use this as a quick example because I loved playing with this for years. I would play with, we'll say, replacing anything that I used externally by just calling forth the energies, because you are a facet of all that is. You have access to all that is. And your body is a portal, is the portal for you. It is your conduit, your instrument for bringing through whatever frequencies are going to assist you. And of course, those are the ones that you want to bring through. And the more we clear out the old gunk and we bring in more of our essence, of our true self, the more we reclaim those soul facets that have been perceivably separated, the more we see clearly. You could say the more we choose love over fear, our timeless eternal beingness over anything less. The more we bring that through the body, the more we open this portal up, and the more the body speeds up. The body has to speed up. It's been pretty dense. Fear is very heavy. Guilt, shame, if you're still feeling those emotions, it's like it takes your body a while to purge and speed up. So the faster your body vibrates, the more this portal opens and opens and opens. And then let's say you're using some amethyst crystal for healing. Well, another option to try is to lay down, take a deep breath, shut your eyes. Let's do it right now. We'll do it together. Really sink into your breath and your body. Allow your heart to open, and just letting all of the human identifications melt away, move out, clear out, as you simply feel your breath, your body, and your presence. Let's just let ourselves open. Nothing to do, nowhere else to be, no yesterday, no tomorrow, right here, right now. Let's just be our presence of love, our presence of that eternal beingness. That's who you truly are. So let's really feel it. Feel that eternalness, that timeless you. You were never born, you never die. Let's really just feel. And if you're not feeling anything, that's perfectly fine. Just feel. And take a deep breath and relax into your body. And then just welcoming your self as creator, your I am that I am, your God self. If you still don't feel that that is a part of you, then welcome the creator, welcome God, welcome. And let's go ahead and welcome. It doesn't really matter the words. It's all one thing with all different human definitions and words. So the words are so unimportant. And it even is unimportant your beliefs about it, for it is what it is. It is what it is. The more of us, the eternalness of what we are, what we came from, and how we're here. So take a breath and just lighten up about the whole topic. First of all, let it be what it is. Let it just be, because it is what it is. And then as you relax into your heart, letting it open and open, welcome forth your eternal essence. And if you'd like, welcome the angelic realms, the archangelic realms, the ascended hosts, your families, your helpers, your loved ones. Welcome them all to your side as well. Why not? They do help shuttle the energies, and they, you could say they're extensions of you as a facet of all that is, or on some level, they're you and you're them, because we are all that. And let's not even go any further into that, because it truly is beyond the mind's conception. It's not meant to be defined because it's undefinable. That's why these things are called mysteries and miracles and magic. So let's let the magic take over. Let's just let ourselves relax into the magic of ourself, our essence, and the whole universe. Opening, 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 relaxing, letting your heart open. Take a breath into your belly. Let your belly open and open and open. All the way down into your abdomen, into the sacrum. Let it open, expand, just opening up to you, because the you is really just love. There's nothing to fear, nothing to close down to. We're simply welcoming the love of all that is, the love of Creator, the love of the universe. And from here, let's just say now, all right, I welcome the frequencies and tones of the amethyst and more, because we don't want to limit ourselves to a crystal on earth. We want to go beyond and beyond and beyond. So let's welcome forth this healing energy, the healing energy of the amethyst and more. I also welcome forth the tones and the frequencies and the colors that will uniquely, specifically, lovingly assist my mind, body, and aura on every level, every dimension. I welcome it forth, and let's take our awareness up through our heart center. Let's just let it pour in right through the heart center. Let your heart open and open. Let these frequencies, these tones, these colors, whatever words, let's let them come right in through the heart. Open, 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 and feel your heart expanding now. All the way up through your throat. Let your throat open. Just like a sigh. Let your throat softly open. All the way up through your jaw, through all the little muscles in your face and your jaw, up through your eyelids into your forehead. And let's just let that third eye open and open. Connecting, opening through and connecting with the whole brain chemistry. Letting the brain chemistry balance out. Even letting the pleasure center of the brain become activated without the need for a dark chocolate or anything else. We can access all these areas of the body with our consciousness. We technically don't need all of the outside stimuli. So we can go in and touch upon the pleasure center of the brain chemistry, just letting it activate, balance out. And taking a deep breath. And going up through the crown of your head, the tip top of your head, just let it open, open, open. And even taking your awareness up 13 feet, 15 feet above the top of your head, another chakra portal to the love of all that is. We're not welcoming any funky business in here. So just take a breath and relax. And of course, if you are not comfortable with this, then just say no. You don't have to do it. So anything like this, and I'm not actually bringing any energy in. This is you connecting with you. So take a breath. Allow that chakra portal to open, 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 welcome in the love of all of creation. And once again, the highest frequencies and tones that are specifically, perfectly, lovingly put together by you as a facet of Creator, for you, for your body. And let's just let them pour down through your body as a whole. This little special fall soup. It's just like a pot of soup. I always see it being mixed up by me, the real me, the rest of myself for me. So let yourself mix up this delicious pot of soup with every kind of vegetable and broth or whatever it is that is perfect for your body today. And let's let it pour down through the top of your head. Just let it pour down through the skull, through the brain chemistry, all the way down through your eyes, your cheeks, the muscles in your face, all the way down through your neck, into your shoulders, into your heart, filling up your heart. Let your heart open, expand, and radiate just softly. No pressure, no effort. We're not trying to open anything up. We are relaxing and letting everything open up for us, and let that heart expand through your shoulders, down your arms, through your elbows, forearms, wrists, into the palms of your hands. And then back to the heart. Let's just take a nice deep breath. And on the exhale, really just relaxing into your body once again. This is how we become grounded, centered, and really feeling more like ourselves. Let that beautiful light, the beautiful you, for these frequencies and tones that are coming in are also that of your pure source consciousness. So let's welcome it in, get on with it. Take a breath. Let yourself merge down through your solar plexus, all the way down through the organs, through the diaphragm. Take another breath. Let yourself merge down into your sacrum, your pelvic girdle, the whole pelvis, all the way down into your upper legs, down through the upper legs, the knees, lower legs, ankles, feet, filling up your feet, filling up your whole body with you, and filling up with whatever the frequencies are, whatever the energies are that are best going to serve you. So let's just take a breath, feel our body as a whole, let it open, amplify, radiate. Just let this beautiful light that's pouring in amplify, radiating like the sun beyond even the skin, letting the skin, the largest organ of your body, light up, all the way from the bones, all the way through all the muscles, all the tendons, ligaments, right through the skin, amplifying. And now let's just on your next breath, poof, right through the body, filling up the room. Oh yeah, let this light shine. First we lit up our body, now we're lighting up the room that we're in, maybe our home, our car, wherever you are right now. Let's just let this beautiful light even purify, divinitize the space that we're in. We're lighting up our home, not just for us right now, but for everyone who walks into it. This light that you radiate, it permeates through everything. So let's feel the truth of ourselves. Take another breath. Feel yourself expand through the walls. For you are not containable. You are the pure light, the space in between spaces. You're the pure consciousness. So tune into that more. Let yourself expand beyond the walls. Feel your beautiful radiance through the air, the astral planes, the outdoors, into the sky. Feel yourself radiating beyond the sun. Give the sun a laugh. Ha ha, that's right. You got nothing on me. I'm way brighter than you are. And let yourself continue to open, radiate, and expand, and feel this, feeling your true essence, your true eternal beingness, and we'll say that you that is not containable. You were never born, you never die, and you are not containable, for your radiance is endless. So taking a breath, feeling that, and then just moving, shifting your weight. If you're standing, pressing your feet, either way, press your feet into the floor, feel your hips, feel your shoulders move, give yourself a stretch, reach through, and once again, connecting head to toe. And a lot of the movement I do is with the fascia, because fascia runs head to toe, and that is what we want. We want to be connected through our bodies, head to toe, and that is how to be grounded, centered, and we just did a beautiful clearing. If you are interested in this, if you enjoyed it, I do one-on-one breath sessions that are only 30 minutes, and they are really, we'll say, intended for us to go direct, accessing any memories, dimensional stuff, soul fragments, soul facets, to go direct, to allow those perceptionally separated bits of our consciousness to unveil. Some people, I like the word PTSD because most people are familiar with the meaning of that. It's like we all have thousands of little PTSDs. And that's where we're all split off. That's why some things trigger us. Some people trigger us. Some situations trigger us. That trigger is that emotional construct that is still being kind of held perceivably separate from you. It's still playing out. The emotions, the story is still playing out again and again and again until we access it, allow it to come up and come into clarity with it. And some of these things, in my own experience, there's certain ones that I've been aware of and watching, we'll say the stickiest, the deepest ones for years. So it's not that everything always clears in the moment, but what we do is we start accessing it. We start to see it. We start seeing a lot of times layers and levels of it. It's kind of like an onion, right? And where it's been a thread through our whole life. And there's been probably hundreds or thousands of times that these certain triggers or traumas have been reinforced in our beliefs, in our body. Oh, I hate it when this happens. I don't like these kind of behavior. I'm scared of this and I'm not going to do it. And we've embodied it so many times that it takes a while sometimes to really get through to the core and release all the energies, because some of these deep things, if you released all the energy of it in one day, your body would go so out of balance, so out of whack, you'd be in a coma or something, or you might leave the planet. There'd be such an influx of light, such a wobble that you couldn't do it. So it's actually, if you ever feel frustrated that things take a while, that you've been looking at, that you've been breathing through, you've been breathing with, you've been seeing more and more, maybe take this opportunity to change that frustration into appreciation and compassion for yourself, because it is truly that some things that carry a lot of energy, it is more compassionate for us to release them slowly, not just for your body to catch up, but also for your mind to catch up, because there are levels and layers and situations and scenarios in your life that they are linked to, that one by one you get clarity on, and you go, oh, that's why I've always done that. Oh, that's why I've done that habit. Oh, I was numbing myself over here to avoid this. Oh, I was acting out of fear over here. Oh, I was acting out of attachment over here. And one by one you come into clarity with these things, and sometimes all of these little things are then linked to this one root cause. So be patient with yourself, but also stay committed to getting to the root cause, rather than, always turning, we'll say, or only turning to external tools that are at times, some of them end up being a little bit more kind of like little crutches or band-aids, and that's fine. Initially, when my daughter just sprained her ankle and has a cast. So initially, when we have some kind of trauma, we need a cast. We need to just protect ourselves. We need to isolate, protect, we need crutches. And then pretty soon we can go to a boot, and then we can go to maybe one crutch. And then, pretty soon, maybe instead of crutches, we have a cane. And that's a perfect analogy for the external tools, and then coming more and more and more back into our bodies, into our breath, into our presence, where every day we are fully connected, all the way head to toe, fully present, fully conscious, and constantly choosing the clarity of what is us, which is always going to be love. I'm going to call it love, isness, pure consciousness. Everything just is, the neutrality of the heart, benevolence, wisdom, and that wisdom, that clarity, even what to do in everyday human life, comes to us more and more and more. And then this inner trust grows from the inside out, rather than having to ask people, hey, what would you do in this situation? Or do you think I did this right? Which is beautiful. Those are those little crutches and tools throughout our life. But eventually all that comes from within, And we just have an inner knowing, or we go to ourself and say, okay, self, the true self, my expanded self, the rest of myself that is not here in this body because, can only bring so much of this high frequency through this body. We can't bring all of ourselves through this body, but we can clear out all of the distortions, all of the fear, separation, distortions. And then from a place of that neutrality, that benevolence, that true beingness, we can choose what calls to us. So it's like kind of turns into this everything coming from within. And I kind of joke sometimes and say, we become really selfish, but it's like self-full, where every choice, everything comes from what calls to you, regardless of what is going on out here, regardless of what other people are doing, regardless of the 1 million books on, nutrition. Your body tells you what it would like nutrition-wise, regardless of all the millions and millions of beautiful experts on yoga, fascia, working out, Pilates, blah, 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 isometrics, the stuff that I've, spent my life kind of investigating, personal training and weights and this and that, regardless of all the hundreds of millions of experts on that and all the books they've written. You go in, your body lets you know what it needs. And that just happens more and more and more. It's a gradual thing. So it's not something, as you watch this video today, if you've made it to this point, thank you for being here with me, but make sure that your ego doesn't turn this around and go, see, you've been using outside tools. Yeah, you failed again. Famous last words of the ego. When you when you hear something that's truth and it resonates with you and you go, oh yeah. The ego turns around and is like, see it? Look how stupid you've been, right? Anybody? So just so you know, it's a gradual process and there's no right pace, right? It is like some folks spend their whole lives kind of going through that gradually, usually a lot more gracefully. And then some of us, if you've, familiar with my story, go full blast into, being so out of balance and then having an explosive shift of consciousness. There's no right, no wrong. And I contend that at a soul level, we chose our journeys to some extent, but you are not ever, especially now, limited to any kind of karmic journey. The plan is gone. Just light it up, burn it up. You now are in a place, in a space, as is the whole planet, as is all of humanity, where karma's gone. The karmic lattice work is done. The only karma that exists is that which you consciously choose to continue to play out if you're acting, if you're making choices, making decisions from a place of emotion, identification, from those old dimensions, from the PTSDs, as I said, where we want to balance out imbalances, from guilt, from shame, from wanting to, save the world because you judge it as being broken, where we shift more and more into our true creatorship of seeing everything as divinity, everything in its perfection, everything, all is well in all of creation. Even though it looks like hell in a handbasket right now, it is evolving as it should be. And anything less is judgment, saying, well, obviously God doesn't know what he's doing. Obviously the creator is really screwed, right? That's all judgment. So everything is evolving. You could say beyond our ability to define it. Everything is, as should be. And you start seeing the beauty in everything. And the more you embody you, the more you can see through the energy dynamics. You can see how things really are benefiting people. You can start seeing really the root cause and all the little areas, as I pointed out before, how they're all linked together, and how sometimes when maybe your life or other folks' situations or in the world appears to be breaking down, going all wrong. It's actually all falling apart so that it can rebuild with, we'll say, the real most beautiful, strongest foundation, rather than being built on greed, power, survival, as many of the old structures are in our own lives and on the planet. Everything is breaking down so it can be rebuilt from love, from, joy, from beauty. So the more you ground into your body, the more you'll actually be able to just see that, because that's your natural state. All right, so if you enjoyed this and you would like to do any kind of breathing, I do 30-minute breathing sessions on my website. I have hour-long clarity sessions that go more in depth, more into discussion, as well as breath, as integration as everything. Or the group breathing feels are quite nice because they're every Monday night at 6. And there's always new stuff being added, so feel free to check it out. All right, thank you so much for joining me today. We'll finish with a big deep breath. Feel your presence again and again and again and again throughout your day to stay really feeling grounded and centered, peaceful, content, connected, and so much more. Namaste.